It is Wednesday night. It is time for Super Geeked Up.
Woohoo!
This is Super Geeked Up, your weekly geeky pop culture show presented by Frostbite Pictures. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining us.
And I'm Nicole, and if you're just tuning in for the first time to Super Geeked Up, we are a live weekly geeky pop culture show. We play fun geeky games, we have on really awesome guests, and you are in for a treat tonight, because it's a really super awesome show.
You are in for a treat, because we have an awesome lineup tonight. We're going to talk movie sequels, like sequels we actually would want to see. I know most people don't want to see those, but actually we came up with some cool ones we want to see. We're going to play a couple really cool games, Character Cage Match and Geeky Dating Profile, and we're going to talk new SPECTRE trailer and Blade Runner 2. All right, so lots of cool stuff, like Nicole said. We have some awesome peeps. It's actually our Patreon. I'm going to call this our Patreon Peeps show.
Woohoo!
It has alliteration in it, and I like that. Yeah, it's very exciting. We'll introduce these gentlemen in a minute, but we like to kick things off with the Geek Tweet of the Week.
Yes, so like Jeff said, our Geek Tweet of the Week is if you could see a sequel to any movie that has never had a sequel done, what would you want to see the sequel? Did I just like say the same thing over and again?
No, it's all
what
good. We got it.
What movie would you like a sequel to? That's the question.
Right. That was important. That was an important qualification that hasn't had a sequel already. That's good.
Yes.
Because, a lot of people complain about all the sequels, of course, and, all this nonsense, but we want to talk about, like, ones we'd actually want to see.
Yes, absolutely. So, Jeff, would you want to kick things off?
Yeah, so I had a bit of a hard time, actually, because there have been so many ones made, but one I came up with is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's called Equilibrium, which I've talked about before. Yeah. Which is just such an amazing movie. A lot of people have not seen this movie. If you haven't, please go check it out. Christian Bale is in it. He's an awesome character. They have amazing martial arts and fight scenes in this movie, but it's also really smart science fiction as well. So I think I actually would totally dig a sequel. I think that would be pretty awesome. I just want to really see a lot more like gun kata is what they called it in that movie, which is martial arts with like guns at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I would love to see an Equilibrium sequel. I'm never going to see one. It's not going to happen, but it'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I actually Elizabeth Martin, who was on our show before on Facebook, she said Serenity, and I was like, yes, such a great idea. And so that was like a thought I had, but I actually predating that when I was a little kid, there was a movie that I absolutely loved that I wanted to be in that world. And so if they would make a sequel, I would die. This is going to be completely crazy. But The Secret Garden, I loved that movie so much. And if I could see a sequel to that, it would be amazing. So
what is The Secret Garden? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
So there's this little girl named Mary, and I think her parents end up dying and somehow, and she gets sent to live with like a distant relative, and he's like really mean and kind of standoffish, but then she ends up finding this secret garden and this mansion, and just everything changes. So it's really fun. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I don't know how many times I've seen that movie when I was a kid, like 10, 15. I loved it.
Sweet.
So I think
let's go to our guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex, you wanna give your answer?
I did until Jeff said it.
Wait, was it really with Equilibrium?
Yeah, I want to see what happens in that world after they topple everything. And
see, look at that, man.
Have that.
Alex and I always are on the same wavelength. He's a very smart man. Good.
That is very true. Man, I guess my answer to that would have to be Serenity then, because I want to know what else happens with that and how far does Rivertown's skills go once we actually get her in killer mode.
And maybe the ending could change. Maybe like it would be a fake ending, like psych, and then so then in the second one, that person is back. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but. It's like, psych! Just kidding. Welcome back. That's what I would hope for.
On Twitter, live tweets coming in right now. And by the way, folks, if you are watching us live on YouTube, you can tweet in @SuperGeeked Up, #SGU. At the Deepu, our good buddy Deepu, says Edge of Tomorrow, which
Oh,
was my favorite movie from last year,
yes.
whenever it came out. I was thinking about that. I didn't really think it doesn't really need a sequel, but I would be down for that mainly because I want to see like the Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt's characters, like how that left off and like see them
Yeah.
hook up again because that'd be awesome. Uh, and yeah, there's more storytelling you could do there. So I think I like that answer, Deepu. Deepu also says on Twitter, this garden is something girls seem to love. That is all I know about it. So there you go. What else do you need to know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's mostly a little girl movie. So, Eros, what about you?
Well, first I got to say, you know what was the disappointing thing about Equilibrium is that it was so overshadowed by The Matrix, and I felt like it was such a better movie, better story than The Matrix.
Oh, so those are well. A lot of people. It came out after a few years after The Matrix, like 3 years later.
Oh, did
or
it?
so.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of people compare it to The Matrix, particularly with the action. That's a very similar comparison. So you're saying you actually, this is interesting, you actually like it better than The Matrix?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh,
I always
wow.
thought.
I don't know if I can go that. Oh, I don't know. Boo, that's tough, man. Those movies are
Wow.
both amazing.
I need to see Equilibrium again because I don't really remember anything about it. But now if you make me like this more than The Matrix, I'm gonna be really upset with you. That's all I have to say.
Because it's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Think Fahrenheit 451 while you're watching it. I think it'd be good. I think the Matrix
Oh.
series fell a little too in love with itself towards the end, though.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah,
it's just the first movie, and you'd be good, though.
right. Yes, exactly. Forget the sequels.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I haven't. So Fahrenheit 451's a movie. I've only read the book. There's a movie too.
No, but that Equilibrium is
Oh.
pretty much
He was
450
saying,
Fahrenheit.
yeah, that's kind of a theme in
Oh.
Equilibrium.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I really
That
liked that book a lot.
scene, by the way, guys, that's scene like with Christian Bale and oh fuck, the guy who always dies. You know who I'm talking about?
Sean Bean.
Yes.
Sean Bean, thank you. That scene with them, like with him with the book, is just so awesome, man. In Equilibrium, I love that scene. It's so good, so well acted.
I'm going to watch that later.
Nice.
Anyway, Eros,
I
I'm
know.
sorry. What is your actual answer though to this?
So, I'm going to say I'd like to see a sequel of The Warriors.
Oh,
If
nice.
anybody ever saw that one,
I don't
it
think
was
I have.
it's basically like a bunch of gangs that meet for one day, and this leader gets shot,
Oh no, and now we'll
and
never
the
find out.
warrior blamed for the murder.
Oh, he's back.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, we lost you. But all right, good. I've never seen
Well,
any of this. A lot of good things.
Where did I leave off?
I think we got it. We got the gist.
You know, and I always thought for an '80s movie, yeah, and I'd love to see a sequel, either what happened afterwards or maybe from the view of one of the other gangs.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Great
Awesome
idea.
choices.
So
I'm,
earlier in the week. Oh.
Oh yes,
Are you
please.
gonna
No,
go first?
you please share. Share away.
Okay, I was just gonna share a few from Facebook that we got from Marsha McHale. She said Super Mario Brothers, so that'd be fun. And Carlos,
That would be ridiculous.
yeah, it'd be crazy. And Carlos Ramirez says E.T. And Craig Poole, his answer is Spaceballs. And then at Honky Tonk Buffalo, he had a great idea. He says Unbreakable. The setup is already there. Just pull the trigger already. Hashtag Mr. Glass.
That's such a good answer. I love Unbreakable so much. It's my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. So good.
It is good.
And it's a sequel is totally totally set up there. All right, cool. Let's see what else. Oh, we had a couple actually other ones that came in earlier today on Twitter. Amber Nadine, who was on our show last week, says The Fault in Our Stars and If I Stay.
That's
So
right.
there you go.
Very
Those
cool.
are recent movies. And Kate at Trekkie 1000 says Aragon or Inkheart. I love the books and the movies and would love another one. I enjoyed the Aragon series of books. I didn't mind the movies. I thought the movie was pretty good actually too. It didn't make any money, but it's pretty good.
Aw.
And Marsha McHale just tweeted in besides Super Mario Brothers, which she said, Ferris Bueller or Breakfast Club.
Oh.
Ooh.
I like that.
Everyone else doesn't like that, I guess.
The Breakfast Club, maybe if they did a sequel, but like takes place like with it where like the kids that were in the Breakfast Club, like they're kids. So
They're
and
what,
nowadays,
parents?
like what? So yeah, the people in the Breakfast Club, like
Oh,
Molly
so-
Ringwald, etc., it would be their kids now that are like the new Breakfast Club.
I
See what I
got
mean?
you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I see it. Man, I don't know. I don't know
I'm
if
so
it'd be
curious. Would it still
Yeah.
be detention?
Yeah, it would probably still be detention, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that.
And by the way, folks, we're sorry. I know we're having a little technical difficulties here, and thank you for bearing with us. It's the joy of doing Google Hangouts.
Yes.
So, but thank you very much if you're watching live or you're listening to, well, if you're listening in post, hopefully we've cleaned a lot of this up, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. But all right, so stuff coming up still. Character cage match, geeky dating profile, more Blade Runner movies. Speaking of sequels, we're going to talk Blade Runner sequels. But let's get to our guests. Like I said, so this is our awesome Patreon Peeps show. So what we did is we have a Patreon campaign, if you don't know, folks, and that's where people can support, pretty much anything you want, any artists, filmmakers, that kind of deal. So these two gentlemen are two of our awesome Patreon supporters who pledged a certain amount, and their reward was they get to join us on the show and geek out with us. Because who doesn't want to do that?
Of course.
So we have, and these have been two very, very loyal guys, going actually back even to my first series, Super Knocked Up. At least Eros, that I know, was. So I really, really support you. We really appreciate you guys so much for supporting us. You guys rock. Let me introduce them. We have Alexander Martin with us. Say hi.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Alex.
And you guys on
we're
Twitter
we're
were known
clapping.
as 2 a.m. I'll say, and then on Twitter you guys know Alex as 2 a.m. Bachelor. 2 a.m. underscore Bachelor.
Underscore Bachelor.
Underscore Bachelor.
So Alex, you want to tell, because you actually have some really cool stuff you're doing. You want to tell people what you're working on and what they can check it out?
Yes, and I should have rehearsed this a little bit. So,
Well,
my
hey,
best
we
friend Brad and I
never rehearsed, so you're in good company.
Hey, I know what you mean. My best friend and I at Orange Crusader do a comic book called One Nation. It's about a Muslim American girl who is separated from her home of the U.S. and has to learn to be an adult on her own while finding out she has superpowers and figure out what to do with that. I'm also contributing to superherofaces.com, writing articles, or I will be once we decide what we want to write here. And then the last one is at Tempest, so The Tempest, which is a web series developed by Nick Williams and Brad Fay and a bunch of other talented people. So that's all the stuff I'm doing right now.
Awesome. That's great.
Awesome.
And I've actually
That's
got to
super
see
cool.
some of Alex's comic book when we met him at Comic-Con. Well, I got to meet him for the first time. Jeff had already met him, and it's really cool. You guys should check it out. It's awesome.
Thank you.
It is awesome. Yeah, and Alex and Brad were very cool. They actually came out to our Super Geeked Up show at San Diego Comic-Con at Villainous Lair Comics, so that was awesome. And they volunteered, too, to geek out with us in the games.
Yeah, it was very cool.
So Eros we just lost. Hopefully he'll come back. But Eros is directing the next Transformers movies. He's taking over from Michael Bay. And I think that'll be a really big improvement for the franchise. And I don't what else? I don't know.
You guys know him at Hunter's Realm on
You can follow
Twitter.
Eros. Yes, at Hunter's Realm. He's an awesome guy. I'm going to go try to find his links actually here in a second that he sent us. But he's awesome. He's super supportive of web series and our show. So follow him at Hunter's Realm. He's great. And hopefully he'll come back and he'll talk more about what he's up to. So we are going to do some games in a second. Character cage match will be the first one we do. But first, Nicole, we have
a message from our sponsor. This episode of Super Geeked Up is brought to you by Trek Fan, the world's fastest growing Star Trek fan club. For SGU viewers, all new Trek fan members will receive a cool Trek gift in the mail. Trek fan membership is always free. Join the adventure at trekfan.org.
Yeah, join the adventure. All right, Star Trek's awesome. I love Star Trek. Okay, so let's go on to our first game. It is called Carrot Cage Match. All right, I was hoping you were going to sing, but you didn't. Okay, so
Character Cage Match.
Very good, thank you, and now I feel better. All right, so how this game works is, am I doing this one or you? I don't know. I guess I'll do it.
Yeah.
So we pick two characters, and we're going to split into teams, and we each are going to be assigned a character, and then we have to argue why our character would defeat the other in an epic battle. So it's zany, it's fun. You can pretty much use whatever crazy argument you want. So I'm going to start off with the one I chose.
Okay.
And oh man, see, I wish Eros was here because we're supposed to do teams of two, but that's all right. I guess it'll be Nicole versus Alex.
Okay.
Whoa. Nicole's going to qualify, and I'm going to win automatically.
What? What is that? Well, maybe.
No, because he means, no, qualify. Like you always say, well, guys, I don't think this is very good. Or, I don't really know about this. This kind of sucks, but here I go anyway.
Well, no, I'm not going to qualify, because you know me, like, even if I don't know the character very well, I'll just make some stuff up, so
Yeah.
I'll give a good argument.
It's like college. Let's go.
By the way, at the Deepu on Twitter says, I thought Nicole was directing the next Transformers movie.
It's true.
Because as a running joke, Nicole tries to direct everything that we talk about on our show.
It's very true.
All right. Oh, and Amy Hoffs on Twitter says, Jeff says this while wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. I was talking about how I love Star Trek. Hey, man, I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. My favorite movies, my favorite TV shows. Nothing wrong with that. I think people should embrace both and no conflict between the two things.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
No, I think that's silly when people say, like, oh, you can't like both. I don't know why they talk like that, but... like crotchety old man talking about it.
Get off my lawn! Star Wars or Star Trek, and that's it! You know?
That's very good. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to say.
As a gamer, I concur.
Good. Okay, here's the first Character Cage match. I came up with this one particularly because Alex and me were going to be on a team because I know we both love this series. So this Character Cage match is of two sidekicks who have the name Ron. So it's Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible.
Yes.
Who I've assigned to Alex.
Okay.
Versus Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, who Nicole's going to take.
Okay.
So glad you did that way around.
Yeah.
No, dude, we talk about Kim Possible all the time. I know you have to take Ron Stoppable.
I was just thinking about Kim Possible today because I saw someone create a costume, a really easy costume. Like, that's such a good idea. I need to do that.
They have a Kim Possible costume?
Yeah. It looks really cool.
Oh shit! This is what we got to do next time. So Nicole, you're gonna be Kim Possible, and I'm gonna be Ron Stoppable.
Yeah. Yeah. I like
Tanya
it.
Tanya will be Rufus, the naked mole.
The naked mole rat. Oh
no. But she'll be like a full size mole rat costume.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez, Louise, that's funny.
Tweet us if you want to see that.
Oh, that's amazing.
I apologize for the coughing, by the way, folks. I've been sick, and all this talking is not helping. But hey, it's a show. We got to talk on it.
Hey, look at Eros is back. Woo-woo.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Eros, excellent timing. We're about to do Character Cage match. You're just in time.
All right.
So now we are going to do teams. So
okay.
I'm going to join Alex's team and argue for Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible. Eros, you're on Nicole's team, and you will be arguing. Holy shit, I can't talk. You will be arguing for Ron Weasley from Harry Potter.
All right.
Okay.
We got this.
This will be easy.
All right. So Alex, would you like to begin? Oh, that's what you think. Would you like to begin why Ron Stoppable would defeat Ron Weasley?
Ron will defeat Ron Weasley because he comes with a built-in sidekick already. So he's the sidekick with a sidekick, and Weasley can't get anybody to follow him, you know. Hermione barely wants to follow him, and they grew up together. I'm going to tag out for you real quick, and then I'll come back in.
All right, well, here, let's go to the other team, and then I'll come back in. But those are excellent arguments. Eros or Nicole, why would Ron Weasley win?
Well, first of all, I just have to say that you're wrong that Ron wouldn't have anybody on his side, because even though he might not necessarily be a leader, he has brothers that are crazy and who have their own magic shop full of gags and tricks, so he's just going to go in there, take everything, and he's going to use it all on you. So it could be like, oh, they're like jumping frogs, and you're like, ah, frog, ah, ah, and you're like running around, and then he could throw like a smoke bomb at you. I mean, I'm just not even getting into the whole like he could put a spell on you, but he could just use a bunch of practical like tricks and jokes and things that's gonna like throw you off and just gonna make you really confused. You know, flu powder.
All right, tag it in. I'm tagging in. Number one, Ron Weasley's the most incompetent wizard you've ever seen. He doesn't know how to do any spells. They backfire in his face. Number two, his brothers charged him extra at the joke shop because they don't like him. None of his brothers are going to help him out. They think he's a loser. Number three, why does it take him 7 years to figure out that Hermione actually likes him? First off, he's a freaking doofus. Like, are you kidding me? A hot girl who's super smart likes you, and it takes you 7 years to figure it out? Like, okay, this guy is just pathetic. And there's no way he's defeating Ron Stoppable. Ron Stoppable is just he's going to clean his clock. Eros, go ahead.
Okay. You know, what Ron lacks in wizard ability, he makes up for in ingenuity. I mean, was it Harry that figured out how to win in Wizard's chess? No, I think it was Ron. So he's got the brains, and no one gives him the chance to shine. And yes, it took him 7 years to figure it out. Hermione liked him. But hey, let's face it, all guys wouldn't be on the uptick there. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out, and that's been out for how long?
Very true.
Well,
See,
that is
the
very
one
true.
thing about that is no one is actually more Weasley than Ron Stoppable, to start with. And then the second part is at least Ron went the other direction. He started off not being wanted by the hot girl, and by the end, she wanted him. So we're good. We're moving in the other direction.
True. By the way, Kim Possible is super hot, right? Like, who wouldn't want to be with Kim Possible? And Ron gets to be with her. Number one, he's going on all these missions with her all the time, so he's constantly been saving the world with Kim Possible. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Rufus, like you said, Alex, you can't have Ron without Rufus, and Rufus is damn good. Man, Rufus is like an awesome sidekick. So, and like Ron doesn't have that.
Wait a second.
Oh, is this a frog? What is it?
No, wait a second. No, I think it's a rat. But the thing is,
oh, it's a rat. Is it a rat? What is his secret pet?
I think it is.
Is the rat or something? Like, it's pathetic.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
We have a naked mole rat. He has a stupid, normal, ugly rat.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a rat, but I think so. I don't remember. But what I was thinking about is, so yeah, you have Kim Possible, who you've done all these missions with, but he still has Hermione, okay? And she really is great at doing spells. So even if he's not the best, she's still going to be able to come in and save the day. And they kind of are a pair. So you don't, like, they are going to be together, and if he has any problems, she will step in and save the day. And like you said, he has the ingenuity. He just has to like figure out what exactly he can do to beat Ron Stoppable, but he's gonna do it, and he's gonna do it really well. Well, you know what? He could have like a hiccup here and there, but he's gonna get there, and he's gonna do it. And then you guys are gonna feel really stupid afterwards because Ron Weasley beat you.
So basically, he's going to find his girlfriend, and then she's going to win the fight for him?
Of course,
Possibly.
because I'll give you that Hermione is awesome, but Kim Possible is the greatest super spy ever. So she's just as awesome, if not more so, than Hermione. Number two, Ron has the ingenuity of a brick.
But they have the invisibility cloak, you guys. There's the invisibility cloak, so they're just going to cover themselves up and you can't even see him.
That's Harry. That's not Ron.
He'll let him use it.
Also,
let him use it.
Every mission, Ron's pants fall down. So when that happens, Ron Weasley will be so distracted by it. He'll be like, "Oh my God, I don't want to look at that." That Rufus will just knock him out when he's distracted.
That is so weird. I don't buy
That
that.
happens every
That's
show.
the whole thing
It's a running gag.
about Unstoppable.
Yes, but it's a very excellent distraction, I feel.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I
Besides,
don't even
Evil
know.
Ron is the real who shall not be named. 'Cause Evil Ron is actually good at crime. I'm just saying.
All right, before we wrap it up, Eros, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I think we said it all.
All right, let me share some tweets. I'm enjoying the tweets. By the way, folks, I actually don't hate Ron this much. I have to argue against him, and so people are like giving me shit for it. So this is the way this game works, right? You gotta just rag on the other person. So Tammy Anderson says Riesling has a rat called Scabbers. Yes, that's right. Very good. But it's really that whiny wannabe bad guy. Nowhere near the coolest factor Rufus. Oh, so Tammy's on our side. Very good. I think Tammy, like you. Marsha McHale says Ron Weasley is not pathetic. He destroyed one Horcrux. He opened the Chamber of Secrets to get a Basilic's Fang. Sheesh.
There you go. Bam.
So Marsha's on your guy's side.
Marsha did a better job, I think, arguing that. Sorry. Thank you, Marsha.
Well, Twitter always does better jobs than that. I actually think both sides made really passionate arguments. We got really excited about both these characters, I feel, today, which is great. That makes the best arguments. So, oh fuck, now we're in problem. Okay, guys on Twitter, I realize I can't make this decision now because I was one of the teams. Usually I would make the decision because I came up with it. So Twitter, I don't know, tweet in who won, Ron Stoppable or Ron Weasley. Tweet in and then we'll tell you in a couple minutes who won the battle.
Okay.
All right. Well, good job, everybody. That was pretty epic. I think
Yay.
yes, and I give you guys props. You guys made very excellent arguments, actually. I was just, I had to go the other side. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ron Stoppable is way cooler in my opinion, by the way, too.
You
gotta watch Kim Possible, Nicole, if you haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not
really
silly.
do.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you ever
I've
watched
seen it.
Go watch
It's
it.
just
Ron
been a
Stoppable
long
is awesome
time.
character.
It was Disney Channel, right?
Oh boy. So you don't remember Equilibrium. You don't remember Kim Possible.
No, I've seen Kim Possible, but I don't remember every episode as well as you guys do. But I totally remember, like, she's in high school and she get a call and it's in the locker and then she has to like do her thing, right?
It's Wade. He gets a call from Wade, the tech genius,
Yes.
who never leaves his room except one episode.
So it's just
Except
that
for when
I
he was
haven't.
on Heroes.
Oh.
All right. So what's the next battle, Nicole?
Okay, so the next battle, we're switching partners, so it's me and Alex and Jeff and Eros, and it is Sherlock Holmes versus Inspector Gadget.
Oh God.
Who has who?
I like that little laugh you did, by the way.
So I don't know who has who. Who do you guys want?
Whoa.
Oh, if we get the pick?
I'm an 80s kid, but this is going to be rough.
All right, Eros, make a decision. Pick one.
Oh, I'm taking Sherlock.
Okay.
Oh, I was hoping for Inspector Gadget, but okay.
we can do Gadget. I'm okay.
You
With
want-
No. We'll do Sherlock. You're the guest. You chose Sherlock. We'll do Sherlock.
Okay.
Okay. I'm really
Okay.
not. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait
Nicole,
for your
this is
Inspector
where you
Gadget
got to
argument,
put the
Nicole.
team
I
on
can't
your
wait.
back, Nicole.
Okay.
Carry us to victory. Let's go.
Okay. See what we can do. Okay. Well, Eros, since you guys pick first, I'll let you go first.
Okay. You want it first, Jeff, or?
No, go for it, sir.
Okay, we're talking about the smartest man on the planet. I mean, he doesn't need any silly gadget or tools to help him get the job done. He just uses whatever's around him. I mean, one of the smartest guys, and he'll know everywhere you've been and everything you've done just by looking at you.
That's good. That's
right.
good.
All facts. Facts.
He's about the facts, which can actually make him a little bit blind to awkward social situations because Inspector Gadget is bumbling and crazy, and I think it's going to throw Sherlock off a lot because he's never quite seen anybody like Inspector Gadget. He's going to be really frustrated by, like, if he's incompetent, if he acts incompetent. Sherlock is just not going to have any time for it, and he's just going to walk away. And if he decides that he wants to, like, maybe fight, which he really doesn't have any abilities in that department, not really. But I guess if he wants to try, well then Inspector Gadget's just gonna take out his hat with the little like helicopter thing and just fly out of there. So Sherlock isn't even gonna be able to attack him. And Inspector Gadget has all these gadgets. Doesn't he have like a punching arm? Like he has so many different things to take Sherlock Holmes down. When Sherlock is like has his magnifying glass out looking for the clues, Inspector Gadget's gonna come out of nowhere and just smack him out. Like he's gone. He's done. Bye.
Except that Inspector Gadget's gadgets always go haywire because he is incompetent, as you pretty much said, and like a goofball.
Yes.
Remember that Sherlock Holmes, a lot of people forget this, but if you go back to the books, is not only a master of disguise, but also has extreme, incredible strength. So he is going to dress up as Penny, Inspector Gadget's, what the hell was it, his niece or something? Whoever that was. Penny, and Inspector Gadget loves Penny. He's never going to suspect that. It's like, oh, Penny, you're so great. And then boom, Sherlock's just going to take him out because he's going to have no idea that it was Penny with his awesome strength. And he's one punch, boom, Inspector Gadget's done. That's how it's going to work.
You don't think that how much he loves Penny, he's not going to see that a guy is pretending to be Penny?
No, he's a master of disguise. He can disguise himself as anything.
I think you're taking that like a little too liberally.
He can disguise himself as Penny's dog Brain if he wanted to, which was the best character in the show.
So Sherlock is a master of disguise, but he's also a master of deduction, and you can't deduce the unexpected. Like you said, the man's things are always going haywire. So he's going to think that he should zig when he really needs to zag, and by the end of it, it's go-go gadget punch.
Yes. I love that. That's great.
That was actually a very good argument. I will give you props for that one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I just want to come back.
Eros, any other rebuttal? Yeah.
Our closing argument.
Yep.
When you think Sherlock Holmes, who are you thinking? You're thinking Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch. When you're thinking of Inspector Gadget, who are you thinking of? Matthew Broderick and Flash Stewart. I mean, as the great detective would say, it's elementary.
Oh, snap. That's right. Case closed.
No.
So what's your... Oh, is that your final argument? No!
I just think that, Sherlock Holmes sometimes is just too smart for his own good. And sometimes he just misses out on, I don't know, I just think he's just too smart for his own good. And it's going to come back to bite him in the butt, and Inspector Gadget is going to prove that to him.
All right. So there you go. I guess there's our arguments, folks. People already tweeted in who they think are going to win, but keep tweeting in who you think won that one. Sherlock Holmes or Inspector Gadget. So let's see, on Twitter, let's go back to our other one. The other one was Ron Stoppable versus Ron Weasley. Unfortunately, we have kind of a stalemate here. Marsha McHale says Ron Weasley. Deepu says, based purely on the arguments, I think Ron Stoppable edged it out. Oh, so thank you, sir. Based on the arguments. There you go. Based on the logic. But I guess, I don't know. So that's a kind of a tie, I suppose. Now, on Sherlock versus Inspector Gadget, we've got Marsha McHale saying Sherlock would win hands down. Inspector Gadget is incompetent and depends merely on luck and Penny to succeed. But Deepu says Sherlock would lose because dumb luck plus support from Penny and Brain would win the day. So it's kind of like what Alex was arguing.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
And
So I don't know. We got
says,
both sides.
And so Deepu says high five for that Gadget argument, and then to Alex, and then Tammy Anderson at Sabre Pink Tea, she says love go Gadget punch.
That's a
And
one.
Damn it, he won him with that
says,
one.
yeah, and Kate says I think Nicole is right. So there you go.
Okay, no. First off, any time we do this game from now on, Kate is not taken into account because she always says Nicole is right every single time we do anything.
And I love her for that. That's just great.
Yeah, of course you do. You're always right and I'm always wrong. That is what Kate tweets in every week.
But Nicole's always going to be right until you take Kate on the date, right? Because that's Kate.
Oh, yeah. So maybe if we finally go on a date, maybe she'll say I can be right once. Probably not, though.
No.
Yeah.
Rivalry,
once.
man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Anything for that vote.
Kate also asked, where is Tanya Dodds, our co-host Tanya? So if you watch the show normally, you'll know if you watch the video version, behind Tanya is this epic picture of a rope bridge. Well, she finally decided to cross it and to see where it led to. That's where she went. So she's on a journey somewhere, adventure in a faraway land. Really, she's just Tanya will be back in a couple of weeks. She's taking a couple weeks off. She's got a million things going on. So she's totally fine though and all good, and she misses you guys. So thank you for asking, Kate. But it'd be cooler if she was on an adventure, I think. Let's see what else. Oh, by the way, at the Puka on Twitter, from her tweets I can tell she's actually watching our last week's show and tweeting along to it, which is awesome. But Rachel, you're actually missing this week's show. But that's cool. You can watch that next week, I guess. All right.
That's funny.
So anyway, so there you go. Those are two arguments. You can, if you're listening or watching in post, you can tweet in as well who you think won. And we'll actually maybe we'll even put it up on the website or something. We can take a poll who people think, because these are both I think two good battles actually. I like those.
Yeah, it's really fun.
All right. So let's see here. We got we got a commercial break to take. That's what we're doing. If you're watching the recorded video version anyway. So we're gonna do some geeky news and geeky dating profile.
Welcome back from commercial break. You're here on Super Geeked Up for our Patreon Peeps episode, and we are about to talk some geeky news. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you. Before we do that, were you singing in an accent just then?
I kind of was.
What accent were you trying to do?
I think I was doing the count again from last week.
What?
Or
That was amazing,
like
and the laugh just
Dracula,
killed me.
kind of.
Oh, that's right. So kind of like Count Dracula, but it's kind of more like Count Chocula, I feel. But
yeah, I think so. Oh, facepalm. Sorry.
no, it was great. I enjoy those every time. Those commercial bringbacks. It is time for geeky news, as Nicole just sang about. So they came out with the latest, probably the last one, I guess, SPECTRE trailer, the new James Bond movie coming out in November. So everybody get to watch this? Check it out?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Well, actually, I will say that the links that you gave us for Yahoo, they didn't work, but I was able just to Google it and see it online.
That's because, first off, I don't know why you need to share this with everybody live on air that the links didn't work. You could have just said, yes, I watched it, Jeff, and that would have been the end of it.
Yes, I watched it.
I don't need to. Let's point out all the crazy stuff you send me. All right, but anyway.
I'm not saying it's bad. I was.
You know why? I didn't. Because Yahoo, I didn't realize this, but they change their links because they're constantly updating stuff. But I thought they would be like dedicated. Anyway, who cares? Who cares about that? Yahoo, you're weird. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, totally.
You found the trailer. That's excellent. Good job. What did you think?
I liked it.
Okay. After all that,
I was actually really skeptical about another James Bond movie, but I actually think it looks really good. And it comes out the day before, or the day after, or 2 days after my husband's birthday. So I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be like a really good birthday thing to do, because I know he really likes spy stuff. So it does look really good, though. I think I'll like it.
So, by the way,
does he really like?
Go ahead, Alex.
I was gonna say, does he really like spy stuff specifically, or does he really like Bond? Because I feel like that's a division sometimes.
That's true. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, because I think he just likes
find out next week.
We'll find out for you what he prefers better.
Cool.
I'll let you know.
So, Alex, what do you think?
I'm excited for it, but I'm a bit confused. Is the reveal of the villain the guy from the Tarantino World War II movie?
Christoph what? Waltz? Christoph something,
Oh,
right?
Christoph Waltz. Yeah, Christoph Waltz, right?
For me, if you say James Bond, I'm on board immediately anyway. But if you add a solid villain like this movie and the last one, I'm there. I'll be there in line if necessary, and go and see it. If you give me a bad guy that matters, I guess you would say, then I'll go watch it, no matter what.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I was
The
really
rest of the
wishing
formula
actually.
works.
I was wishing really the villain would be Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, but I guess he's okay. Who was a great villain, by the way. Anyway, I agree. I agree. Christoph Waltz is an awesome actor. I'm very excited to see him as a villain. That's cool. It's also very cool that Spectre, like the old school, like main enemy back in the old school Bond films, they're bringing back, finally. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Skyfall, the last Bond movie, I loved. I think it may be my favorite Bond movie of all time, or just about. So I think I'm very skeptical that they can approach that level, to be honest with you. It is the same director, which is great, though. So I'm excited. But Skyfall was just so damn good. I don't know. So, but anyway, Eros, what do you think?
I think I will come and get you, Gadget.
Oh my God!
Wow, well done.
No, you know what? I'm kind of the opposite. I'm not a Bond guy, but I've really liked watching Daniel Craig as Bond. I think he kind of rejuvenated it for me. And I'm kind of with you, Jeff. Skyfall I felt was so well done that Spectre looks good, and I know I'll definitely see it. I don't know if it'll surpass Skyfall. So I'm kind of indecisive on that at the moment.
And I'm not saying it has to surpass it, obviously, but it's tough when you come off such a big. It's kind of almost like after the Dark Knight, which I actually like. I love the Dark Knight Rises, but it's a tough one to follow, right?
Yeah.
I think part of that is Skyfall was actually personal in a way, right? Like not necessarily between Bond, but with M and all that stuff. So we can get that personal relationship, which it looks like we are. We'll be right there, I think, and we'll have another strong villain.
I agree with you 100%. I love Skyfall so much because it's the first time I felt we got to know Bond as a person and like it's more of his backstory and actually get to empathize for him and M. And like that's what's always been missing in Bond movies for me. They're fun, but that's like as far as they go. And Skyfall went way deeper, and that's why I think I enjoyed it so much more than other Bond films.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So if they can continue that, I'm totally on board for sure. All right,
Great
cool.
point.
Tweet in what you think about Spectre, folks. Mark McHale's tweets in, I can't wait for Spectre. My favorite consulting criminal is going to be in it. There you go.
Sweet.
Sweet. All right, we don't got too long to wait. It's coming out in November, so it's a little bit over a month away. In other news, hey, so we were speaking about sequels earlier in the show, what sequels we would love to hear. And oh, by the way, before I do that, Kate at Trek 1000 says, Jeff will only be right if the date is amazing. Okay, great. So no pressure at all. No pressure at all, Kate. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
Well, it'll definitely be amazing since Nicole and Tanya are going to come along, they said, and secretly video it the whole time. So how can it not be awesome?
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Actually, Nicole, I would like you to pop out of the bushes while you're videoing and serenade us with your singing.
I could do that.
While we're at dinner.
I have a guitar. I don't know how to play it, but I'll play it for you guys. It'd be fun. It'd probably just be like one note, but I can definitely make up a song for you guys on the spot.
Oh, please do. That would be amazing.
An improvised song on guitar.
Like Geeky raps.
Huh?
Kate,
It'll be like
Kate
Geeky raps.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you could do a rap for us too.
Yeah, that's possible. That'd be fun.
All right, cool. So there we go. That's going to be an epic date. All right. So anyway, the other news we have is Blade Runner 2. They are indeed making a Blade Runner sequel. Ridley Scott is going to be one of the producers. So this is interesting, folks. So obviously, Blade Runner is one of those like very, very cult films, right? Has a lot of renown. So Ridley Scott says, when this I liked about this article from the Hollywood Reporter, the thing that it had to do with Harrison Ford. As you know, Harrison Ford is known for being very kind of curmudgeonly, kind of like that old man impersonation we were doing earlier. That's kind of like Harrison Ford. like how he doesn't want to be in anything really, any sequels. Although I will say at Comic-Con, in the Star Wars panel this past, he was like super awesome and appreciative and really cool. But anyway, so Harrison, when Scott said when he talked to Harrison Ford about the sequel, Harrison first said, "Meh." This is the actual quote. Meh.
Meh.
And then Scott was like, "No, read this." And then Scott says he thinks Harrison's response was, "This is the best script I've ever had." So apparently Harrison Ford believes this script is so amazing that he has to be somehow involved in it. I don't think he's necessarily the main character in this one, because Ryan Gosling is actually looks like he's playing he's Ford's co-star, it says.
Yes.
So I don't know but anyway.
And
so
actually something does happen to Harrison Ford. They say because he is going to be they said it's going to be like a franchise. So Ryan Gosling basically takes over. So something happens to Ford and then Gosling takes over basically.
Right. And then also Ridley Scott said in this article, because there's always the debate about is Harrison Ford's character a replicant or not at the end of Blade Runner. And Scott's quote in this is, "Of course he's a bloody replicant." So there's that the rest, folks.
There you go, because it's a built-in, he has a limited lifespan.
All right, anyway.
So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoiler.
So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you, I've seen Blade Runner. Sorry, it's spoiler. So anyway, what do you guys think about a sequel to Blade Runner?
For me, everything you just said was spoiler because I have not seen that movie. That's like a giant gaping hole in my nerd resume. So I'm gonna watch that this weekend.
I'm so sorry. But here's the thing, dude. Everything we've ever talked about, like every single thing we've ever talked about in the show. I never imagined you have not seen Blade Runner.
My reason for not having seen that movie is the dumbest thing, and it goes into my "don't talk to me about Star Wars" thing. For me, when I was a kid, Harrison Ford was always Indiana Jones. Like, I would watch Star Wars and pay attention to the fact that he was Han Solo, but Han Solo was meh as compared to Indiana Jones. So I haven't seen, like, that movie, any of the Jack Ryan movies. I know of them, but I haven't watched them. So it's a gap. I need to watch it. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, I'm so sorry that we just ruined it for you. That's terrible.
I don't feel like you would have, though.
No, Alex isn't even going to remember this conversation when he watches it. He's not going to remember what we talked about.
No, I'll have drinks since then.
Yeah, see, there you go.
We're going to do the Men in Black thing. We're going to click the thing.
Yes.
We'll use the Force.
It'll work.
You will not remember anything we just talked about. Okay, so anyway, all right. So, first you need to watch the first one. I get excited about the second one, maybe. Eros, who I'm assuming has seen Blade Runner.
Yes, I have.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I always felt like that was a movie that I never wanted to see a sequel for. I always felt like it was good on its own, and I never wanted to see it remade or continued on. So it'll be but I'm not sold on Ryan Gosling, and I think right now that would be my holdup for that movie.
Honky Tonk Buffalo, he agrees with you on that. He says, "Please no Blade Runner. The ambiguous way the original ended was perfect."
That's a good point. And Deepu says it doesn't give me a lot of hope for Blade Runner 2. Here's the thing. You know what? Maybe I'm one of the few people. I actually really dug Prometheus a lot. I love Prometheus. I know a lot of people didn't dig it, but they got one of the original writers of Blade Runner is writing this one. I think that's good.
Totally.
And I think if they had the original team there to kind of keep the care that they had for the first one, I think it'll do fine. But I don't know. I just think we need to leave it alone.
I agree with that, but just something that just popped into my head right now is, okay, so with all these sequels that happen, it's really rather annoying. But what the sequels or reboots do is it does actually expose a whole new generation to something that they might not have seen before. So if it can expose people who haven't seen Blade Runner to the original Blade Runner, then that's a good thing, I would think, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to go see it.
Yeah. So there you go. So I think even though hopefully they don't mess anything up, and it is annoying when it's just like reboot after reboot, like let's do something original that's different, like a new cult classic, you know, but it could also, the benefit would be that it would expose new people to the original film. So that's a positive.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree
I
with that.
mean, I actually am excited because I've loved one of the things I loved, and actually Blade Runner was on the other day on TV. The world, like the world building of Blade Runner, and just that the way they
Yeah.
did all the design and stuff, that was so good, and I just like I love it. Like that's I don't know, like that's that classic like awesome future kind of I don't know, almost like neo noir or something future look. I think it's so cool. So I would love to see more of that.
Yeah.
But almost I hope they don't make it like too clean almost, like too clean with CG, you know? It had a very like dirty kind of feel to it, you know, which I think was very appropriate for that world.
Yeah.
So first off, so a couple things, Alex. Number one, if you really want to go back and start, go read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is the Philip K. Dick story it's based on, which I actually
Okay.
read this past year. It's very interesting. There's a lot of differences. It's actually quite different from the movie. So you can start with that. It's a quick read. Secondly, even though Ridley Scott just said that about the replicant thing, the ending is so ambiguous. People debated this since it came out. So I don't even know if we read
Okay.
it because I'll be honest with you, it's very, very up to interpretation, that ending.
And that could just be him being silly. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's being serious about that.
Right. Plus, the way you guys are describing
He's
the
like,
movie
haha,
anyway,
guys.
I think you can kind of get away with that. Like, there's certain movies that you kind of know stuff about that you can't avoid just because they're older, you know?
Hmm.
So I've found a way to kind of watch that stuff and still enjoy it. But you are going to have to give me the read-watch order on the Philip K. Dick book. Do I
Oh,
need
so
to
that's
watch it
interesting.
and then
You know
read it,
what?
or read it and then watch it?
I think you should watch first Blade Runner, then read it. That's how I did it, and I actually think that was probably better.
Okay.
Cool.
But I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'd be interested, since I didn't do it the other way, I'd be interested to hear what somebody thinks the other way around.
Well, you know what? I will say, personally speaking, I don't know if you know this or not, but actually, I didn't get into Harry Potter until I saw the first movie. And I mean, the books are incredible, and some of the last movies I actually were upset about because they had to cut out so many things that were really, really important, like the whole Dobby thing. But
Hmm.
in general, you know, sometimes I actually prefer watching the movie and then reading it because otherwise I felt a little bit let down.
Right.
But that's just, then again, I mean, it really, well, the other thing I did backwards is I read the Mortal Instruments series. I didn't read the last book, but I read all the other ones, and then I saw the first movie, and it was like the most horrible thing I'd ever seen. And I was actually like livid because they just changed everything, and then they actually added elements from like future books into it. So it's just, I think it's just what you think is best for you, but I know sometimes doing it like reading first and then watching the movie is just aggravating, you know?
You just described how I'm gonna feel on the Game of Thrones premiere this year.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So scared.
Have they
I'm
caught up
so
with the
scared.
books now?
Yeah, they've already caught up,
Yeah,
right? With all the
and
books.
they're ahead in certain instances.
Ah, interesting.
Right.
I haven't watched past episode 5 of last year. I'm
Okay.
scared.
You're scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
It'll
And
be
you know
okay.
what? I
Actually, I'm
haven't
sure
read
it won't
any
be
of the,
okay because we're not.
and that's actually why Tanya refuses to watch the show. She
Mm,
has not, I don't think, watched any of the show because she's
Oh, I
just,
didn't know that.
yeah. Remember she was saying like she read all the books, but she hasn't seen the show because she was afraid it wouldn't like do it justice or it'd be too different. Maybe she started watching it, but I know last time she mentioned she hadn't seen it.
in the
All right.
beginning, it
On
worked
Twitter.
really well. Oh, sorry.
No, no, please continue.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry.
No, I was just
In
gonna
the beginning,
I
it
was
worked
gonna segue
really
to you.
well because I could say it. I was excited to see things happen. So it was
Okay.
like, I can't wait to see this. And then now it's different. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, you're like, no, 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 stop. No, no, no.
Hmm.
Let me share some tweets at Tammy Anderson, not at, it's Tammy Anderson at Saber Pink Tea. Sorry, Tammy. She said, I've read Do Android Dream Electric Sheep, and I haven't been able to watch Blade Runner. I've only seen bits and pieces. Okay, so Alex, you need to watch the movie first and then go read it, like I did.
Okay.
There you go. Kate says that I sound like R2-D2. Well, that's awesome if I do, Kate. That's how it's coming across. If it's a bunch of beeps and I sound like R2-D2 because he's amazing. But then she also said, Jeff, I thought you said a really, really bad words every freaking show, so I don't know why that's a shock to you. But maybe this was an especially bad one. So I guess in the R2-D2 beeps, it came across as a bad word. That's okay, though. It's all good.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, like R2 drops F-bombs in the middle of his beeps.
Yeah.
What?
Goes in there.
Beep, 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 beep. It'd just be so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, fuck you, 3PO in the middle of that.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so, Nicole, why don't we talk about Patreon and one of our awesome supporters?
Yeah, well, this is great because this is our Patreon episode, and so if you don't know what Patreon is, it is a really awesome platform where people can support people that they love doing what they do. So we do a show every week, and we've had some really amazing people who support us, like Alex and Eros. And we also have someone amazing who we talk about all the time, Maria Duran. She hosts something every Wednesday morning called #BrandChat. And you guys know us, we're super geeky, and we have this kind of geek brand thing going on. But Maria really helps facilitate a great space for people to identify their brand and expand their brand and understand more about what branding is. So if you're interested in branding and knowing more, or branding yourself or branding your project, you should check out Brand Chat. So it's every Wednesday on Twitter at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. Again, it's moderated by Maria Duran, and they use this really awesome chat called Nerf that syncs up with Twitter, and it really helps facilitate this entire chat. We did it before, and it was amazing. So make sure next Wednesday, if you have time, to check it out. #BrandChat on Twitter at 10 a.m. Central Time.
Awesome, and that's at BrandChat, at Maria Duran, where you can follow her. And the Nerf is spelled N-U-R-P-H. So not like Nerf, the footballs you've played as a kid, or Nerf herders like scruffy-looking Nerf herders from Star Wars.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're going to take one last commercial break if you're watching the recorded video version, and we'll see you back in a second. We're going to do Geeky Dating Profile.
Welcome back from commercial break! You're here on our Patreon episode, and we are about to play Geeky Dating Profile. And I'm going to explain to you what that is. We've played that once before, where our Game Masters, we are going to read the dating profile of a character, and our teams have to guess which character that profile belongs to. We already, before the show started, we created teams, and on team 1 is Jeff and Alex, and on team 2, myself, Nicole, and Eros.
Myself, Nicole.
Myself, Nicole. In case you were confused. And I think what I'll do for team 1 is I'll read the first one to you guys, and then you have to guess what that is, and then we'll just go back and forth. And Jeff, I think we're doing 5,
I got 5.
right? Okay, perfect. So here we go. Looking for a first mate to sail to uncharted islands with, and who likes rum, but will not drink all the rum.
Alex, so let's have a little discussion here.
Captain Jack Sparrow? Wait, do I just say it, or is it...
I think you're right. I was thinking Cook, but it's got to be Sparrow with the rum, right?
You guys, that's your answer?
Yeah, I was going to say it's either Sparrow or Elizabeth.
Yeah, it is.
Sparrow. All right.
You guys got it.
Good job, sir. Point for us.
Point
All right,
for
so
you
this one
guys.
is for Nicole and Eros. Nicole and Eros, you got to guess this character.
Okay.
And by the way, if you're watching on Twitter...
I had to make up for the Ron one. I think I let you down on that one, Nicole.
Oh.
No, stop it. All right, so on Twitter, by the way, folks, of course, guess tweet in your answers as well. We love it when you guess along at SuperGeeked Up, #SGU. Here you go. Looking for the love of my life to travel back in time from the future, knock me up, and support the fact that I'm going to quit my waitress job and focus solely on bodybuilding. Who is that?
Uh,
Say one more time because you cut out on different.
Absolutely. Well, I did that on purpose, so it was harder for you to get it.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. I'll give it to you again. Looking for the love of my life to travel back in time from the future, knock me up, and support the fact that I'm going to quit my waitress job and focus solely on bodybuilding.
Oh, I know who that is. Do you know Eros?
No, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
Let's have a dialogue. I think it's Sarah Connor. Does that sound
right.
familiar?
Bodybuilding.
You would be correct. It is Sarah Connor.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Like how I see,
Yeah.
I tried to make him a little like clever in the way I did it, hopefully, where it wasn't too obvious, but.
Yeah, that was clever, and that was a little hard. But then I had to think about it. It's like, pregnant, quit waitressing. I was like, okay, wait a second. Traveling back in time. Okay, I think I got it. Nice.
Which was funny because I was almost gonna guess Marty McFly until he said "knock me up," and I'm like,
I know.
See,
I know.
I was going the same direction there.
I was like, wait,
So wait, Marty McFly had a waitress job and he's going to be a bodybuilder?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about his mom.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought first.
The exclusive director's cut of Back to the Future for that one.
Oh,
Right.
Excellent.
She beats up Biff instead.
On Twitter, Marshall McHale got Jack Sparrow, Deepu and Honky Tonk Buffalo both got Sarah Connor. Good job, guys.
Very nice. All right.
Nicole, what's the next one for us?
Yes, for you guys. Here we go. Looking for a fun guy who will travel with me wherever the east wind may take us, which may include carousels, dancing with penguins, and perusing sidewalk chalk art.
Okay. I know it.
Mary
You know
Poppins.
it? Yep.
Yeah, you guys got that. Nice.
All right, next one for you, team Nicole and Eros. Are you shuffling a lot of papers? How many papers do you have? It's only like.
I'm sorry.
It's only like one. I have one piece of paper. Did you make like 100 pieces of paper for this game?
No, it's just because it's in a notebook and I was flipping back and forth because I was writing the score on one side.
It's like she's a news anchor here. I don't know. Let's see here. And this just in.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I thought she had giant cue cards.
her husband Scott actually holds the cue cards up in the closet like every week.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That's amazing.
That's how I'm gonna imagine this every time. Now, Nicole, is that Scott's off camera with cue cards with you?
That's hilarious. That's funny.
Okay. Sorry. All right, Marsha is guessing them all on Twitter. Good job, Marsha, at the Always Geeky. Next one for you guys is kleptomaniac who's put aside my noble upbringing, looking for a maid who shares my love of living in forests and staying one step ahead of the local authorities.
Oh, okay. I think I know what this is. Do you know Eros?
Oodalali, oodalali.
Yep.
Golly, what a day.
What is it?
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job. You got it.
Woo-woo. Awesome. So you guys ready for yours now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm a patriotic soldier who looks great in an iron suit, looking for someone who will fly the skies with me. It's a little bit harder.
I think, Alex, this is War Machine, right? Not Iron Man?
I was thinking Falcon. Yeah,
Wait,
I
but
think so.
you said dressed in iron, right? Nicole?
Yeah. A patriotic soldier who looks great in an iron suit.
It's gotta be. I think it's gotta be War Machine, right?
Yeah.
Are you cool with that, or you want to do something else?
Let's go with that. I'm thinking of what did they call the suit when it has all the America stuff on it, though?
Well, all right. What else? What other iron suit then could it be? Do you have something else?
So
I think you should...
it would be U.S. War Machine, or I don't know the name of the other suit, but I might be throwing myself off because comics. Go, Jeff. You do it.
I guess War Machine then. That's all we got.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And actually, what
Oh,
you're thinking of is,
all right,
I
good.
think,
Yeah, we
yeah,
got
I
it.
think, yeah, you got it. But I think you were thinking of the Iron Patriot because they
Yes.
call him that. Yeah. But yeah, it's War Machine for sure.
Okay.
Wait, is Iron Patriot the same thing or somebody else?
Yeah, but they rebranded him in Iron Man 3 as the Iron Patriot. But he's still War Machine. But they just call him
Okay.
the Iron Patriot. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
because I read comics, that's what they called Norman Osborn when he rocked it, so it was messing me up.
Oh, whoopsies.
So Marcia says War Machine Rhodey, yes, and then Honky Tonk says Iron Patriot. So there you go. You got both answers on Twitter.
Yeah, sweet. Perfect.
All right. We got a perfect score so far. Let's see if you guys can keep it up. Here's your next one.
Okay.
Professional woman, lawyer, compassionate with a great sense of humor, looking for someone with a reliable car. If you like smart, confident women who can beat you in arm wrestling, I'm your gal. Just don't piss off my cousin. Eros, I think you got it.
Yeah, you go for
Eros
it.
has it, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
The sensational She-Hulk.
I think
got
you
it.
just said you broke up. I think you said She-Hulk, right?
Yes, sensational
Yep.
Yes.
She-Hulk.
You got it.
Woohoo!
By the way, so most of that, I actually looked her up just to get some extra like goofy facts on Wikipedia. I didn't realize that the car part, there was a running gag line in like the 80s that her car always was breaking down when she was part of the Avengers. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. All right, what's our next one, Nicole?
There's a couple.
All right. This one, okay. No qualifying. Here we go. Since my best friend is recently married, I need my own companion who will laugh at my jokes, is not embarrassed if I make an ass out of myself, and can hang with a swamp full of fairy tale creatures, including my green bestie.
Oh, shit.
I just watched this as a musical.
What is it? Oh, do you know it?
Yeah,
What is it?
Okay.
it's Donkey from Shrek, right?
Yeah, you got it. And you know what?
All
I was
right.
like, I know I talked about him last week, but he was just on my mind, so I had to bring him back.
May I just say, if you have Netflix, please watch that weird musical. It's so weird.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I'll write that down so I can watch it. So it's just called like what, Shrek the Musical or something?
Yes, it's a live-action play, and they recorded it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So
I knew
it's
it was
in
a-
the actual theater, the same way they have like Phantom of the Opera in Royal Albert Hall.
I didn't know they had put it on a video, though. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's
Anthony
neat.
Davis at Lister's Mate got She-Hulk correct. Oh, he loves She-Hulk, actually, so he must have loved that one that I picked. Here's Nicole and Eros's next one. See if you can tie it up.
Okay.
Strong silent type, except not very strong. Main interests are smoking joints, hanging around outside convenience stores, and going on cross-country road trips with my foul-mouthed dick of a friend. Will date anyone who gives me free marijuana.
I think I know this one.
Oh, I definitely know this one. Go for
Okay.
What
Silent
do you
Bob,
think, Eros?
right?
it.
Silent Bob, yeah.
Yeah, Silent Bob. You got it from Jay and Silent Bob. Oh man, we're rocking this. All right, so one more each.
One more each. Here we go. You guys ready? Sassy redhead looking to find the right guy who will sweep me off my feet. Prefer not to date anyone with an affinity for eight-legged creatures. I had enough of that in my last relationship.
So I'm thinking, Alex. I'm thinking Ariel, the Little Mermaid. What do you think?
I'm deferring to you on that one.
Because the eight-legged would be like the wait, what was the fuck Ursula, right? Was she like an octopus more or less?
Yes. But what does that have to do with the relationship, though? I'm thinking
Well,
Spider. Can you read it again?
Oh, spiders have eight legs. Shit. Read it again, Nicole, please.
Okay. Sassy redhead looking to find the right guy who will sweep me off my feet. Prefer not to date anyone with an affinity for eight-legged creatures. I had enough of that in my last relationship.
Who's redhead and got kidnapped by spiders?
That's what I'm trying to think. Who is dating some dude? Well, actually, it could be a guy, right? Who's dating someone who loves spiders? Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Ah,
It's Mary Jane.
oh
Is it
my
Mary
gosh, I
Jane?
can't
Right,
believe
Alex, you
it
think?
took you
Like
that
Spider-Man?
long to figure
There we
that
go.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well,
wow,
yes,
you
Well, I was
also didn't
thinking
Spider-Man
get
is
of
that.
not
this in a
the
negative
Spider-Man
way.
is not a spider. The
No,
man.
I said no. Listen to what I said. I said who has an affinity for eight-legged
Oh,
creatures.
yeah.
Oh man.
You
Well
know what?
done.
It's
Oh
funny.
my
For
gosh,
some
you
reason,
guys should be so embarrassed right now.
as soon
Great
as you said Reddit,
recovery, Jeff.
I actually thought Mary Jane, but then for some reason, since it was you, I was like, you love the Little Mermaid, so it must be the Little Mermaid.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was like, oh, Jeff will totally get this. He loves Spider-Man.
I do love Spider-Man. I do
So,
love Mary Jane too.
yeah.
By the
That's
way,
funny.
I'm not the only one though. Marcia McHale, who gets all these right, said Ariel or Ginny Weasley. Ugh, she wasn't sure.
Well, I'm glad I made it tough then. That's
Ginny
But
good.
then Ryan Ward said Mary Jane Watson. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. You guys gonna get this to tie it up.
Okay.
Here we go. Sidekick to brilliant but disturbed man. Need a good woman to listen to my terrible war experiences. Enjoy discussing crime stories and mysteries and the latest breakthroughs in medicine. Basically, I'm actually quite boring, but at least I'm not a sociopath like someone else I know.
Can
One
you
more
read
time.
that again, but slower, maybe?
Absolutely. Sidekick to brilliant but disturbed man. Need a good woman to listen to my terrible war experiences. Enjoy
Oh,
discussing crime stories and mysteries and the latest breakthroughs in medicine. So basically, I'm
yes.
actually quite boring, but at least I'm not a sociopath like someone else I know.
Okay. I think I know this one. Can
What do
you
you think?
hear me though? Okay. I think I know it. Eros, do you know it?
No, I have a couple of guesses, but
I'm
willing to
thinking
hear.
it's Dr. Watson because Sherlock is disturbed and brilliant, and then he's a doctor, and he's also likes to talk about like mystery and crime.
Oh, I think you're right.
You
So
are
I
correct. It
think
is Dr. Watson. Good
what?
job. Yeah,
You
you're right.
wrote
Dr.
that
Watson.
one too well because she
Woo!
really had to break
That
that
was
down.
tough the way you described it at first. I was
Right.
like, what is going on?
I kept bouncing back and forth
And
between
he
Robin
was
and Bucky.
Did you say Bucky?
Between who?
Yeah.
Bucky
I
from
Oh,
loved
Captain
the
America.
war stories, and so that's when I jumped back over to that one.
yeah.
So
So Marcia McHale at the Always Geeky said John Watson. She got it right away. Good job, Marcia. Although she put question mark. And Ryan Ward got it too. All right, a lot of good guesses on Twitter. Good job, guys. Hey, that's a perfect score for both teams. Very nice job, everybody.
yay, good job.
I'm being handed some news bulletins right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
This just in. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I like. By the way, you
was
did
already in the field.
you did that you did that once, Nicole, which I think was the coolest thing ever when you did that like little news thing and then you threw it to me.
Yeah. Back to you, Jeff.
Okay. Oh, back to me for real. Okay, good.
Yeah, for real.
For realsies.
Realsies.
So that's Geeky Daddy profile. Thank you for playing along, everybody. So that's about going to do us. I don't know. Yep. That's going to do it for us tonight.
It's gonna wrap it up.
Innuendo,
wrap it up.
and Tanya's not even here.
Before we go, oh, you know what? Hang on, because Eros, we lost him from the call, unfortunately, when we were doing this. So Eros, you didn't get to share like what links, like anything you have going on that you'd like to share with people, Twitter or any other websites or stuff.
I would just like to share the love with humankind and really preach about peace and nothing new. I have a blog over at theapocalypse.com. Mainly just musings, stuff like that. Nothing more geek centric, but nothing with a clear, definitive direction. And then, of course, you can always find me at on Twitter at Hunter's Realm.
I love the name of the site, by the way, The Apocalypse. It's great.
That's
So
good.
check that out. And then Alex, so again, where can people check out all the cool stuff you're doing?
If you want to tweet at me, you can do 2am_bachelor, superherofaces.com, the-tempest.com and facebook.com. I think it's /Intense Comics.
Cool.
That is what it is, because I'm looking at the thing you sent us right now. That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
By the way, so Alex, instead of asking you in private, I figure I'll ask you just right here. Where did the 2 a.m. Bachelor name come from? Because you're always up at 2 a.m. like me?
A little bit of both. I'm a night owl, so I'll tend to be awake at 2 a.m. The Bachelor part comes from just an old email, just the super long email I sent you earlier. So Bachelor X by X Destiny. It's too long. Never meant to be typed.
Oh, okay.
And then 2 a.m. is just my football number and my initials.
Oh. Oh, cool.
All right. That's okay. Now look, now we got some
for
secret information.
Alexander Martin. That's cool.
I always give my screen names, you guys.
I like it. Can I actually tell you, like, really quick, a secret about my Twitter, like Nicole Awkward, just really quickly?
Okay.
When I was younger, I was like super, well, I always thought it was awkward, but I guess it wasn't that awkward. I was just like really hyper and kind of made people uncomfortable. But I actually created a blog/vlog, Nicole the Awkward, and I kind of created this persona. So when I was on Twitter, I think at the time, maybe this has changed, I couldn't actually fit Nicole the Awkward. So that's just why it's Nicole Awkward. But yeah, I used to have this blog, and it was Nicole the Awkward. I don't even think you guys can find it. It's probably like hidden somewhere. But
I've seen it.
SGU challenge everybody by next week.
It's a challenge.
You gotta find it.
We can find it. Actually, a lot of the videos that I did are ridiculous, but I think I made them all private, so you probably won't even be able to see them. But I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe you'll find it and maybe you can show me something that I forgot that I even posted on the internet. So there you go.
It's like going back to
Okay, check that out. Check out
MySpace,
Nicole Being Awkward, which you can actually just check out every week on our show
Yeah.
as well. Okay, so that there's the links for our awesome Patreon guests here. And again, thank you guys so much for supporting us. You guys rock. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody out there who's supporting us on Patreon, or if you're about to, or just check out the page. You go to patreon.com/supergeekedup, or just go to supergeekedup.com and you can watch the goofy video we made. You guys rock. We love you all, you guys. So before we go, we also have, and actually this is very exciting because it just actually finally launched today officially. Over at Blog Talk Radio, and the network is actually finally up. They've had some technical issues, but it's actually up. It's amazing.
Woohoo!
So League of Geeks. Yes, I think you blogtalkradio.com/League of Geeks. You can definitely go to blogtalkradio.com/supergeekedup and see our nice League of Geeks banner that Nicole made for us. So it's us and 2 other cool geeky shows called SFP-NOW, Sci-Fi Pulse Now, and Genretainment. So the 3 of us are part of the League of Geeks over at Blog Talk Radio. 3 geeky shows you can listen to your heart's content. And please check out those shows. They're great. They're supporting us, and you can listen to us there too. You know, if you can't watch the video, you can listen to it in your earbuds. All right. So check that out. Please follow us at Super Geeked Up, at Nicole Awkward, as she just said. You can follow her. And that's pretty much it. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Alex and Eros, for being here. You guys rock. Thank you, everybody who watched live, or if you're listening to the podcast or watching in post on YouTube. We really appreciate it. We will be back next Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. As always, we'll see you next week. Stay geeky, everybody.
Bye.